Welcome to Journey to Joy Live, a podcast to promote wellness, resilience, and inspire joy. Be empowered to balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health while providing mental health awareness and breaking down the stigma of mental illness in the Black community. I'm your host, Dr. Joy, and I'm here to help you transform life's challenges into opportunities for joy. Let's begin the journey together. We are in episode 129, More Than a Mood, Healing Your Mind and Spirit for Real Joy. And I have a special guest here, Dr. LaShonda Lane-Gammell. She's a CEO and therapist. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm
excited. Did I pronounce your last name right? I meant to ask you.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So tell us more about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is LaShonda. I am a licensed professional counselor, and I have a PhD in counseling and psychological studies. I love helping people heal. So I have the pleasure of owning a group practice called Dreams and Visions.
Right.
And at Dreams and Visions, we provide mental health services. So everything from assessments to therapy to individual, family, couples. We do it all. And we do also offer coaching as well. So whatever you need for your whole wellness journey, help you with that.
Oh, nice. And with the therapy, do you accept insurance? Is it out of pocket? All the above?
Yes, we do accept insurances. It's over 10 of them. If you go to the website, dreamsandvisions.H.E.A.L.com, they'll be listed out for you. And some of them with certain insurances, it is completely free. So if you're in the state of Georgia, check that out. You might not even have a copay.
Gotcha. And you mentioned state of Georgia. So is it only Georgia?
The state of Georgia, only the state of Georgia. All of my clinicians are licensed in the state of Georgia, so you have to reside in the state of Georgia.
Awesome. What about the coaching? Sometimes you can go across the state.
Now, and that's one of the reasons we added it. Because we live in a world where people are moving, and sometimes they're like, my journey doesn't exactly. I want you as my mental health professional, but I'm not in the state of Georgia. In that case, we can do coaching, but with coaching, insurance cannot be accepted.
Yes, correct. So you really have to know, like, do I need coaching versus do I need therapy? Usually coaching is good if it's something, career goals or things like that. But therapy, if you really need to get in the thick of things like PTSD, trauma, depression, all those kinds of things. But how do you explain it to your patients when they're trying to figure it out?
You did very well. If you want to address the deeper rooted traumatic issues, things that often have diagnoses attached to it, therapy is going to be what you need. If you are working on current and future goals, that's when coaching can be helpful. Still can provide some of those same techniques like calming techniques, coping techniques in coaching as well, but we aren't dealing with the deeper rooted issues.
Exactly. Deeper rooted. Yeah, that's true. Dreams and Visions. I love the name. How did you think of that name?
I didn't. God gave it to me.
I love it.
I don't even think I could have come up with it on my own, to be honest.
You had a dream about it.
So when I started looking into opening my own private practice, I was praying about what that would look like. And God gave me that name. And I was like, Dreams and Visions. Yeah, it was interesting to me. And I'm like, okay, let's go with it. It's been working.
Yeah, I love that with a practice like Enjoy Life. Like I love those. Like basically, it has your goal attached to the name of the practice. Like, oh, this is my dream. These are my visions. I want to enjoy life. Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah, and we're helping you to bring that to pass. We're helping you to live out your dreams and your visions.
Exactly. Sounds awesome. So we're talking about this whole holistic piece. I know you speak a lot about alignment and about, the intersection between faith and mental health is big for you. And then you have your HEAL approach, H-E-A-L. So we want to talk about that for sure. How did you get into the faith-based practice of mental health?
Okay, so I started with my private practice. So when I got my master's degree, the school that I was with definitely taught us to keep religion separate from therapy.
Yeah.
So that was drilled into my head. And so when I was still working on my licensure, I was working at different agencies. And in my mind, I just knew I had to keep the two separate. But for me, because
Yeah.
my faith is such a big part of me,
Mm-hmm.
like feeling like I was almost kind of leading a double life. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I should be able to say some of the things that I'm thinking that are related to faith. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so as I went forward in my journey, my PhD, I got at Regent University. And Regent, oh my goodness, they gave me the spiritual freedom that I needed.
Wow.
Because it is a Christian-based school,
Ah.
they made sure that
Uh-huh.
with everything that you needed to learn professionally, yes,
Mm-hmm.
we're reading the research and the journal articles, and we are studying all the
Mm-hmm.
studies, but they made sure that you incorporated spirituality into those projects. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this can be done. We
Yeah.
can bring the two together. They don't have to
Yeah.
be enemies. They
Mm-hmm.
can coexist. And so Regent really helped me to figure out how to incorporate spirituality into the
That's
things that
dope.
I'm doing.
And you have to incorporate that. To some extent, everybody has some type of spiritual aspect, even if
Right.
you're worshiping trees or the
Yes.
stars or a god. Somebody has a spiritual
Mhm.
aspect to their core. So you have
Right.
to incorporate that. And for people who Bible based, there's a lot of inherent therapy type strategies in the Bible. Like when we talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, and then you go to Romans, talking about renewing the mind, and you go back
Yes.
to therapists, you talk about reframing your mind, all that's there. And joy is everywhere.
Yes.
To
Fruit of
talk
the
about joy
spirit.
all throughout the Bible. So we got to talk about it. I mean, I used to stand clear of it as well because it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel like I'm pushing my religion on. But if
Yes.
my religion, my spirituality is so big for me and it's got me here, why not? And I basically meet my patient where they are. If they're already
Exactly.
Christian, then yeah, let's do it. If they're
Yes.
not Christian, that's fine too.
It still
So
works. Look, I can still help you without feeling like I'm pushing my beliefs onto you. I can most
mhm.
definitely do that.
Yeah, and that's the best part. We don't have to be the same. So it's
Right.
that religious competency, cultural competency, all those are really good. So when you talk about, healing as a holistic process, not just treating the mind, but nurturing our spirit too, as we're talking about, what does the holistic healing really look like in your practice or in
Yes.
practice?
So I am constantly asking about, so the mind, the body, the spirit are all
Yes.
connected.
Mhm.
And so I am constantly asking about goals and progress for each aspect. So,
Oh.
okay, how are you feeling today in your mind? Okay, how's your body doing? How's your spirit
Uh-huh. Look at
feeling? And
them.
so we're going through each piece of that. I'm breaking it down because I don't want you to leave out a piece. Sometimes we
Mhm.
we will. We're like, okay, my mind is great, but my body is over here falling apart. Like that's not gonna work. We have
Mhm.
to talk
Mhm.
about what is going to give you effective ongoing change, and that's addressing all the aspects of you, the whole you.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, let's break it down. So, how do we
Yeah.
address the body? How do we address the spirit and the mind?
So we'll go through an acronym that I created called that HEAL, right? We're going to use the actual letters of HEAL. So the first thing I'm going to tell someone to do, that first step, is holistically evolve, right? You are going to
Mm.
figure out what needs to change in your
Mhm.
mind, your body, your spirit. And so when
Mhm.
I first start working with clients, in my assessment, we go through their spiritual beliefs.
Mhm.
Like you
Mm.
said, I'm going to
Yeah.
meet them where they are, but I need to understand where you are.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so that helps me to meet them where they are, give them what they need, and not push my spiritual beliefs on them. Now,
Yeah.
often, a lot of my clients come to me for spiritual issues. So typically, we do have the same spiritual beliefs,
Wow.
which can be helpful because I'm
Mhm.
able to incorporate scripture if they want to. It's not like you're coming in and I'm throwing the Bible at you, but we can bring in some scripture. If you have questions, let's talk about it. So yes, so we got holistically evolve, asking yourself what to change in your mind, your body, your spirit. Then we get to align. Align, you want to connect. What are your values? Now, as for me and my spiritual beliefs, I'm going to make sure I'm aligned with God. And I always do this when I talk about alignment, like straight up and down. You have
aligned.
the ability to connect directly with God. And so making sure that you're aligning in your values, the foundation that you have.
Okay.
Your values, your foundation, your beliefs. You are aligned with those, because if you're operating outside of them, it's not really
right. So whether your beliefs are belief in a God or higher power or not, it's a belief of value. So everybody should have a value or belief. And if you don't know what they are, right, you try to figure it out.
Yes, then we need to work on that. We'll take a step back. Let's talk about values. What do you value? What do you believe in? And so that way you can figure out how you're going to align. Because more than likely, if you don't know what you're aligning with, you're going to be confused. You probably aren't really sure about your own identity. And so we may have to do some identity work first, which is okay. Some people come in like, I'm not even sure.
A lot of people.
And that's fine too. Let's talk about it.
Happens.
Yeah. But I'm sure there are some things typically from childhood like that stand out to you. And as we start talking through those things, it can help you navigate, like, was there trauma there? Was it something that I just took as truth? Are there things traditions that I want to continue in my family? And so as we start talking through those things, it'll help you realize and understand your own identity. And so then that alignment just becomes more clear.
Oh, love it. Love it. And then the L.
Yep, the last one, you got to live. You cannot just exist. So once we figure out what that alignment looks like, what purpose looks like for you, why you're here on this earth, then we need you to live it out. We aren't just here to wait until we pass away. We're all guaranteed death at some point. We're not just here to sit around and say, oh, just wait until I die. No.
Or waiting for a certain thing to happen or a certain life circumstance to change a certain way. Yeah.
I need y'all to live. We want to see y'all out enjoying life, experiencing joy, experiencing peace. Like, these are things that should be happening now, not waiting until death to experience a different a different level of peace. We can have peace right here on earth.
You can do it now, despite the challenges and stressors and drama that you've had. And you mentioned it yourself. So many of us are just functioning, but not truly aligned. How can we begin to notice when we're out of alignment? Like, how do we even know mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in our body? And what are the first steps to getting back in sync?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that in two parts. It's a lot of ways that you're going to know you're out of alignment. One thing, it's just going to feel off. What is going on? You might be a little confused. Things are not. You're not enjoying life the way you used to. There may be some symptoms of depression there, anxiety there that aren't normal for you. Like, things are changing. Now, a good way to check that, this is why your support system in your circle is so important. A good way to check that is a good friend, a close family member, someone that you can say, hey, you know what? I'm feeling like something's a little off here. Have you noticed anything different from me? Someone that knows you very well would be able to help you point that out. And hopefully you have some good people in your support system. They may even come point it out to you before you notice it.
Right.
Like, hey,
that's a real good trusting friend right there.
Yes. Someone that is definitely paying attention. Like, hey, we used to go out more. Now it seems like you're canceling every time we set something up. Or, check on your friends, right? Go pull up on them if you need to. Going into a friend's house and noticing that their environment isn't the way that it normally is, that's a good sign too. You're going to look around and be like, yeah, that's not how my friend's house usually is. That is a sign. Are they in there in the dark? Are all the blinds closed? And they're like struggling to get out of bed.
It's a
Those
sign
are
of depression
signs.
right there.
Yes, signs of depression. It's like your mind is struggling, and that's okay. With anxiety, some of the things that may start happening is your thoughts go from 0 to 10.
Yep.
And you're
0 to
like,
1,000 sometimes.
what is going on? What am I thinking about? Like
Yeah.
thoughts that like I'm even trying to figure out how this got in my head. Yeah, that might be a sign that you're out of alignment there.
Gotcha. When the thoughts start to cycle, overthinking, racing thoughts.
Yes, negative
Gotcha.
thoughts.
Thought traps.
Yeah, those are all going to be signs that you're out of alignment. And a lot of times when you take the time to listen to your body starts to tell you. So you can notice physical changes in your body.
Okay.
It like we call them in the counseling world somatic symptoms. You start realizing like, oh wait, hold on, I'm feeling like I'm short of breath.
Yeah.
Or now I got this pain inside of my neck and I'm not sure where it came from.
You start to get sick.
Years. It's starting to show up in your body. And so your body is going to let you know too, but you have to listen.
You have to actually listen. Because a lot of us aren't listening. We don't want to go to the doctor. We're just like, it'll be okay to pass.
Yes. And I love that you brought up the doctor because people are more likely to go to a medical doctor for like annual checkups and things like that. But y'all, we need to check in on our mind too. There should be check-ins. Go get an assessment done. That's another way that you can, a first step to get back in alignment. Now moving on to that part. If you're like, I'm recognizing there are some things off, or even if I'm not sure, let me just go get a checkup anyway.
Doesn't mean you're crazy. I have patients say that a lot. Like, I'm not crazy, blah, 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 crazy. I'm like, I don't use that word crazy.
Yes, me either. And I hear it so often. I even had a client come in and tell me, it's a song. I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. And we actually went through the lyrics of that song and like how she connected to them. So yeah, I mean, come in with whatever thoughts you may have, and some of them may even be negative about the process of what healing looks like. It's okay. Just come open-minded and see. Just come see. I try it out. It is really important to have the right professional. Someone that is going to be a good therapeutic fit for you. So I encourage people to even like look around, like kind of like dating, right? Go read.
It's just like dating. Therapists are human too. The first one may not be the right one for you, but that's the scary part too. People don't want to put themselves out there so many times and want to talk about their deepest, darkest traumas just only to figure out that they're not in alignment with that therapist, but you just got to keep trying. The same, like you said, the same with dating.
Yeah, you don't give up on love that easy. So we need you to keep trying for your healing.
Yeah. Right. You need to heal in order to even find that dating person.
Right. To get the love journey right, we need to heal first.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like the answer to, about, is something off? Because that's the most natural thing, easiest thing to notice, like if you're out of alignment. Because a lot of times maybe we can't pinpoint why we're off or what is off, but we can feel I'm off. It's very general, but that's the first step. Something's off. Maybe you need to go internal, journal, or go find a therapist or talk to a friend to see, like to figure out, well, what is off? But the first step, knowing that something is off, something's out of alignment. I like that. Kind of like the car. You need an alignment on your car.
Good.
Woo! Exactly. You veer off your path.
Right.
Exactly.
You start feeling it like, oh, wait, this isn't driving the same.
And if your drive isn't the same for your life, it's a problem. We got to get you back in alignment. That's great. Yeah. So, what are some practical ways that people can actually begin to H-E-A-L, heal, as you broke it down to us, holistically evolve, align, and live, even if they're just starting their healing journey or feeling overwhelmed? Because a lot of us listen to this like, what? I don't know where to start.
Yes, it can get overwhelming. And
Yeah.
mental health has become more of a more talked about. So it's more prominent. You hear a lot more conversations about mental health now. But there
Yeah.
are still some stigmas. So I want
Mhm.
to start where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
If that's podcasts like this,
Yeah, listen.
watch the
Free. It's
pod,
free.
right. Watch the podcast. You mentioned earlier journaling. If that
Mhm.
means you're intentional and you're aware, like, okay, something's off. Let me go do some journaling. Let me write this out and try to figure out what's really going on with me. Of
Mhm.
course, therapy, looking for a therapist and trying to get into some regular sessions that can be helpful.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, just using your intentionality in everyday life
Yep.
things.
Yep.
So what can I might find something. I know I used to do this a lot. I would find things on Eventbrite,
Mhm.
like what let me find an event that's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to be
yeah.
empowering, and let me find something,
Oh,
that's going to
yeah.
help me to feel renewed. Let me go on a retreat somewhere.
Oh,
And
that's the
I
way to
do
kickstart it.
vacations a lot too, but
You do what a lot?
take a vacation.
Oh, yes.
That is
My
put
new
me at
vacation are cruises. I love going on cruises now.
at some water, and that definitely helps me to start with whatever I need to heal on in that season of my life.
That's an
So it's
automatic alignment. Just take a
yeah,
break. You burnt out.
that's what I said. I said, look, I can't prescribe medication, but if it
Mhm.
was something that would prescribe for most of my clients, it would be a vacation. You need a
Well,
break.
hey, as a therapist, you can prescribe vacation,
You
just
need
like you
right.
can prescribe exercise.
You need a break. Your healing work is to take a
Yeah.
break. And so people don't realize that they have ultimately burned themselves out a lot of times. And your body, your mind, your spirit are all telling you rest. And that could be what you need to start healing.
Yeah, rest your brain, declutter. I mean, when we talk about being in alignment and, trying to determine like why is what's off, what's going on, you really have to sit quiet and take a pause, a reset so that you can be able to sit with yourself and understand what's going on. But what about those who don't want to sit with themselves or can't sit with themselves because the trauma comes flooding in? What about those people?
That you should definitely be in therapy.
Yeah.
Because when you become overwhelmed by the trauma that you've experienced, it's going to be extremely hard for you to
Yeah.
navigate that by yourself. You
Mhm.
need someone to come in and be able to give you the techniques to use, give you some
Mhm.
examples of things to do and things to try. Every person is going to be completely different, and that's okay. But with a
Yeah.
mental health professional, they're going to already look. We went to school for years, and learn all of this information. Let us share it with you. Let me help you on the
Mhm.
journey. You don't have to go figure out and read all of the journal articles that were written, and all the studies that were done over the past
Yeah.
3 decades, because I've taken a lot of that information and most therapists have, because they're at minimum having a master's degree, right? So we've done
Mhm.
the research there. Let us share that with you.
Yeah, so you don't have to Google it or anything like that. So, I mean, but for those who are scared, because we talked about like being able to find the right therapist,
Mhm.
it's a lot of folks are scared to start that process, that healing process, because they can't sit with themselves with the trauma, but also sitting there and talking about it. That's the only side effects of therapy I talk about is that you're going to start to feel that now that you're going to start to process it. But what do you tell individuals, or what can you tell those listening about just reassuring them that it's okay, you can start that process and
Yeah.
eventually heal?
It won't be easy, but it
Right.
will be worth it.
Oh,
That's what I tell my clients.
that's good.
Usually in the first session, I cannot promise you that this process will be easy. More
Yeah.
than likely, it will not be. Be prepared for the ugly tears.
Mhm.
Healing takes work. And
Mhm.
that's where I see
It's
a
work.
lot of people hesitate, because they're like, I want to heal, but do I really want to do all the work? I tell my clients in that first session, this is like putting together a puzzle. I need you to give me all of the puzzle
All the
pieces,
pieces.
or this isn't going to be effective. So I need you to just, again, come with an open mind.
That's
Know
good.
that it is going to be a journey.
Yeah.
And it might not feel good. I
Mm-hmm.
tell clients to expect to not like me at some point.
Oh,
I do.
like you're a personal trainer, like your personal trainer,
Oh,
because they're
that's
trying
so
to work you
good.
hard
I have to
till you
add
build the
that
muscle.
analogy.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
That's a
so
good
good, because I
one.
tell them at some point there'll be something that I do that may bother you, and it's really because I'm challenging you. Challenging you to grow. I'm
Mm.
challenging you to change. And
That's
so that
good.
doesn't always feel good. Those thought processes that you normally have, I'm challenging those. What may look like
Yeah.
tradition, what you've always done. Well, how is that working for you? And that doesn't always feel good for people. So I tell
Mm-mm.
them, if they run into a moment where they don't like me, it's okay. Give me at least 3 more sessions and see if those feelings start to subside. Because
And you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work that your therapist is telling you to do, because that's the thing. Some people just don't want to do it, but because they don't feel like it should be work. And if you don't have a therapist challenging you, you got to find another therapist. If you just go on and talking and venting, and that's it, that's not therapy.
yeah, we need some measurable outcomes. That's the thing with healing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that what you put on the flyer for this, because
Yeah.
healing is so much more than just a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not. Some people come in really looking for a feeling like, oh, I want to feel like I healed. No, it's going to show up in
Yeah.
measurable ways.
Yeah.
You're going to see some changes. And if you are in therapy, there should be measurable goals. We should know in 6 months, we should be able to look back and say,
This
oh,
is what.
you met
Yeah.
this goal, you came this far with it, you're doing better. We brought these numbers down. You're not
Mm-hmm.
having
Mm-hmm.
as many panic attacks, and
Mm-hmm.
you're having less negative thoughts. And there should
Mm-hmm.
be measurable goals. It's not a feeling. So if you're waiting on a feeling, best wishes. I need
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
need you to do the work to see measurable change.
Yeah, joy isn't the feeling of happiness. Joy is multiple things. It's the process of healing, entering that journey, which is feeling that work, that resistance to not stay in bed when you're not motivated, but doing it anyway. Joy is so many things, and it's not just the feeling of happiness, that's for sure. And it's
Yeah.
not always the feeling of happiness.
And so another thing that I explain all the time is that life is going to life. We got this roller coaster.
Yes. I have a whole podcast episode, Life Be Life In. I was just talking to my husband about that.
It
Yeah.
does. It doesn't stop. We are guaranteed that life is going to take us on this roller coaster. So there are going to be moments that aren't happy, that don't feel good, right? And that is a true test of whether or not you really have joy. Can you have joy
Yes.
when your roller coaster is going
Yes.
down?
Exactly.
Do you have some peace in there?
That's
Yeah,
true
because you
joy.
should.
That's true
That's
joy.
the goal.
That is true joy.
Mhm.
Yes, and I was just talking about this because, like, especially when things start going well, I'm like, I expect something to go wrong. I'm like, things are going well for too long, and then when something goes wrong, I'm like, well, I knew it, but I'm not gonna freak out because that's just life. Life is like that. Something's gonna happen, and it's not like the anxiety, like I'm scared something's gonna happen, but just kind of like expecting something to happen. Right? Nothing's gonna be peachy and perfect, and that's okay because we grow with the challenges, not when things are amazing. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So you kind of spoke about this, how you integrate spirituality into your counseling and your therapy work. How do faith and therapy actually work together to create the deep healing? Like what's so special about that?
Yeah. Faith has a way of being a motivation when there is no other motivation.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm helping clients with depression. It's
Mm-hmm.
like all I can do is lean on my faith at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I know my spiritual beliefs, and I have to stand on that right now because none of the rest of this is making any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you that firm foundation that though it's not all right now, it will be. So I find that my clients that come in and they are open about their faith and they want to incorporate that into their treatment, they are more likely, especially in the beginning, before I'm even giving them tools, they already have this basic foundation there that's helping them to still be somewhat motivated and to be to know that better is coming. They aren't just completely at the down part of the roller coaster. There is faith holding them up.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, when we talk about faith, especially in the church, it's the evidence of those things you cannot see. So you believe that it's going to happen, even though you can't see it and that it's not happening right now. So in therapy, you really have to believe that you're going to heal and that you're going to feel better, because depression feels like forever. And even though it's temporary, right? And a part of that power of our mind, that's a part of our healing, is having that belief that you are going to get better. And what I'm thinking about are positive affirmations. Depressed people hate positive affirmations. They don't believe them because their mind is always telling them, I'm ugly, I suck, I'm stupid, I'm a failure, I'm never going to get better. But positive affirmations say, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm going to get better. They don't believe it. But faith makes them believe it.
Yes. And so even sometimes some of my clients, even when they do incorporate spirituality, they still have a really hard time with those affirmations. And I tell them to get in the mirror. I say, you might feel like, why am I doing this? It might be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes. Feel extremely silly. You're looking at yourself like, what? Okay. I don't even believe this. But here's the thing. Once you start, and we as therapists, we study the brain. Once you tell your brain something over and over, guess what? It starts to believe it.
Exactly.
So even if you don't believe it in the beginning, I want you to keep doing it. It does not matter how silly you feel doing it. Do it because your brain starts to believe it. Now, same thing goes for those negative thoughts. So you got to get those out of there. You keep saying those negative things, your brain starts to believe that too. So we need you to switch it to the positive affirmations so that your brain can start healing.
Yes, it's unlearning those negative thoughts and learning the positive thoughts. And I've said this a few times. It's hard to have the positive thoughts because you already have a PhD in negative thinking. So you have to unlearn all that. How long it take you for you to get your PhD?
A long time. What? 6 years?
6 years. And if you are you including college?
No, if we include
college.
I think it was a total of 14 years.
Same as me. So all of my training, 14 years. So that's how I'm able to be a professional psychiatrist. And that's how you're able to be a professional psychologist. So if you're going to be a professional positive thinker, you got to do the work and you got to take the time. And you can't just give up after a couple of days of positive thinking because it's going to take time.
A long time. And that's okay. And don't be intimidated by that. Just start. Don't try to look at, that's another thing when people are trying to get started with the process and they're like, oh, this is too much. This feels overwhelming. Well, you're thinking about where you want to see yourself maybe in 10 years. No, I need you to make those goals more realistic. Let's just start small, right? We aren't going to look at the bigger picture yet. Let me just get to somebody that can help me. Let's start with that goal, right? Let me just get to someone. Let me find someone that I feel safe with that can begin to give me the tools that I need.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. And just the whole faith piece. I mean, if anybody gets anything out of this, just having faith in general, whether it's faith in yourself that you can do it, faith in the therapist that they're going to help you, or if it is faith in God, or it's faith in the family, or whatever. But that is so key and just provides so much strength and the healing for your mental and physical health.
Yes, so true. Yeah, that faith can carry you a long way.
So you were telling me that you have a journal, Healing Reflections. It's a 30-day journal. Tell us more about that.
Yes, this is a guided journal that helps walk you through healing your mind, your body, and your spirit in 30 days. So it gives you the journal prompts and even some information at the start of each prompt to give you some clarity. And you journal. It's going to talk about what's going on in your mind, like you said, touching on negative thoughts, what cycles are happening here. It will go into body, where is like, when is the last time that you had a checkup? Like, when is the last time you've been to the doctor? Or do you think hormones might be a little off? That affects a lot of things.
Oh, yes.
Talk about it.
Let's not get into that perimenopausal talk.
Right. And so you're like, my thoughts are so different and like some crazy things. I don't want to get out of the bed, and you're trying to figure it out, and the whole time your hormones are all over the place. Think about those teenage years. Right? What's going on? A lot of us now have children that may be teenagers, and you see how those changes in hormones.
These kids.
Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. The same thing can happen in different stages of your life with pregnancy, perimenopause, menopause. So making sure that you're checking in on your body. Go get the blood work done. Let's see where you are, right? It might be some deficiency somewhere that can help balance things back out.
Vitamin D alone. Yeah.
Yep. And then one more, spirit.
Yeah.
It also talks about spirit. So spiritual growth, making sure that you understand your purpose while you're here on earth, and like what that looks like to live it out.
Look at that. That sounds great. You know what? It sounds so. Well, first, before I get to that next part, where can we find it at? You said it's on your website, right?
Yes, it is, but not Dreams and Visions, though.
Not
it's on my other one. Yep, sorry. It is on H.E.A.L, with Dr. LaShonda.
Nice.
Yes. So from Dreams and Visions, though, you will be able to find the H.E.A.L website. I believe it's connected to it, but there we go. Thank you so much. So yes, H.E.A.L with Dr. LaShonda.com. You'll be able to go on the website and you can shop there. That journal is listed there.
I love it. Yeah, selling directly from your website. Yes. Is it on Amazon too?
No.
Nice. Yeah, go to her website. But what I love, see, this is why, and shout out to Jessica V. Taylor, owner of Therapy for Black Women, because that's who connected us to. Because y'all met at the Taraji P. Henson's what is it, B.L. Henson, his foundation.
Yep.
Dad's foundation weekend. Yes. That was dope. I wish I was there.
It was amazing.
Anyway. But yeah, shout out to her for aligning us together, because what you're doing sounds a lot like what I'm doing, and your journal sounds amazing. And I wanted to tell everybody that my journal is on sale for the month of December, along with it's the Joy Bundle. So this is the Enjoyno. I think I told you about the book too.
Yes, you did.
Yes. It's the Enjoyno Nurturing Authentic Living, and it helps manage your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health. So it's like when you're saying all this stuff, I'm like,
yeah. Look at that alignment.
Like the same stuff, the alignment, right? So the journal itself by itself is usually $35. So now the Joy Bundle is on sale for $35, and that's the Joy Bundle includes the Inspire Joy for the Wife, Mom, Boss, balancing it all without losing yourself.
Yes, there we go. Order that for myself. Look.
There we go. On the website. See, funnel people to your website, drenjoylife.com. I was trying to look for the actual Wife, Mom, Boss book. Oh, there it is. Yay, for those who've never seen it before. Yes. Because being a wife, mom, boss is hard. And you know what? When I wrote this book, life kind of got a little easier. It's like, if you got a problem, write it down and publish it.
It's your testimony. Oh my goodness. And sometimes we heal just from that. We heal from sharing our
writing a book.
Yes. Putting that information into something that's going to help somebody else. Yeah. And you changing lives with that information.
Yes. So if somebody out there listening, we're talking about dreams and vision. Your dream is to publish that book that you already wrote, but you haven't published it yet because you are too scared because of something. Go ahead and publish it. I'm talking to somebody over here. Am I talking to you? I'm talking Well, you the one who even told me that. I think you told me that actually.
Me, you in my business a little bit. I'm gonna work on it.
Doctor, you are Dr. Dreams and Visions. So go ahead and publish that next book.
Okay.
I think you did too.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't even realize I was talking to you. I forgot you told me that. Okay, so we're gonna whatever your dreams and visions are, we're gonna make sure we get in alignment with ourselves, our mind, body, spirit. And this is almost the end of the year, so we can start. Actually, don't even wait to the new year. Start now with the goal
today.
that you're gonna do to be in alignment by buying the you said Healing Reflections.
Yes.
Let me put that back up. Healing Reflections is on healwithdrlashonda.com. And get the Joy Bundle too.
Yes, get both of them. We got work to do, y'all. You need both.
Exactly. All right, Dr. LaShonda, I'm not going to let you go without asking what I ask every single guest. Okay. Tell us about your personal journey to joy.
Okay, so it's been a journey. I don't know if I can tell this real quick. Okay. There were some times that I understand what my clients are going through. I will say that there have been some seasons in my life that have put me in situations where depression was real. And so I had to work through those things going on in those different seasons. And that's why I can tell you it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Yes. And so once you push past and you get through some of those measurable goals to heal, I promise you the life is going to be lifing, but I figured out how to still have peace and joy in that. So I changed the way I thought. And it took some work. It took some work, but it is possible. Use my life as an example. It is possible to go from whatever you have going on, depression, anxiety, whatever that, or just life transitions. It's possible to go from that to experiencing joy and peace, like peace that doesn't even make sense. You can find it. I did.
Oh, that's good. That's a perfect place to end. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dr. LaShonda. This is not it. You know, Jessica been on here about 5-6 times. So I would love to have you come back.
I'm so grateful for Jessica connecting. I really am.
Me too.
Yes, and I love to come back. This was so fun. I enjoyed talking with you. So thank you again for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Good night.
This has been an Enjoy Life production. If you're in a crisis, don't hesitate. Call, text, or chat 988 for immediate support. Please note, this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional treatment. If you're looking for therapy or medication management through Enjoy Life, visit www.drenjoylife.com to request a consultation. I'm licensed in 12 states. I accept Aetna in Georgia, Florida, and Virginia. Be sure to grab your copy of the Enjoy Note to help you on your wellness journey. Also check out Inspired Joy for the wife, mom, boss to help you balance it all without losing yourself. Better yet, get the full Joy Bundle for just $45. Remember, Journey to Joy Live is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, may you continue to transform stress into joy.